Exploring the realm of new media, online publications.
These are the personal values and principles shared by our group. Trust, working in tandem with honesty. These two values make the difference between a great friend and a friend. Sharing personal information without the fear of being judged.
Integrity, having the will to stand up for what we know is right and to do the right thing, such as defending a person who is being criticized. Open-mindedness, being flexible in thought processes, seeing more than one side to an issue, being objective as opposed to subjective.
Respect. If you respect yourself, others will respect you. Why disrespect and shun things that are different from what we know, when we could enrich our minds and learn from a different point of view? Reliability. Keeping your word to yourself and to others.
Fairness, being mindful to everyone involved and attempting to treat everyone equally. Confidence, forms the foundation of your persona and is important in times of doubt, believing in oneself and in one's power and abilities.
Faithfulness and devotion to a person or a cause. Determination, the will to get what you need and want, and knowing how to get it.
Summary of industry values and principles. The World Wide Web has provided a new way to distribute traditional forms of media.
Newspapers, magazines, and many other media are now available online. Therefore, there is no formal ethical standard or value system governing online publications.
The values and principles of a particular publication reflect the values and principles of the company's ideas and content.
Content determines the values, not the medium itself.
The online magazine Canadian Dimension is a magazine for people who want to change the world and are passionate about social justice and see change as possible through a left-wing perspective.
Values are reflective of the employees and founder and not the values and principles of the magazine. This attracts workers who share the same values and principles.
Origin of the nature of the values and principles of online publications. There is no one overarching set of values and principles shared by all online publications. Therefore, there is no one source from which they all originate from.
Thought. Because it is such a new medium, the values and principles are perhaps still being established. But that is not to say that in the future, online publications will have to adhere to some form of ideological standards. Blogging ethics. Presently, blogs do not have an ethical standard which they must meet. However, some bloggers have chosen to write their own set of values and principles to guide them in their online publishing. But these values and principles are used voluntarily, so again, there is no all-encompassing standard. Later on in our presentation, we will show you our blog, which has links to a blogging ethics page.
Online magazine ethics. Glow.ca is an online Canadian publication about beauty and health for women. Glow.ca is affiliated with Glow magazine, which describes itself as Canada's definitive guide to beauty and health. Glow.ca and Glow magazine have a partnership with Shoppers Drug Mart, where a cross-promotion takes place. Therefore, Glow.ca's values and principles are reflective of the products featured on the site. Values and principles of the employees in online publications.
The values and principles of Laney Gossip are a magnification of Laney's personal values and principles. The blog must be fun and entertaining, but written in such a way that it appeals to an educated audience.
For Glow.ca, there was no sense of connection between personal values and principles versus those of the company.
For the Tyee, the employees' personal values and professional values center around high-quality journalism and investigative reporting. They don't have a book of journalistic standards. They believe that this lack of guidelines gives them the freedom to report the truth to the public.
For Canadian Dimension, the employees' personal values and principles were directly related to the online magazine. It is a magazine built up of left-wing writers for left-wing audiences. Our magazine is anti-capitalist, anti-imperialist, anti-colonialist, and eco-socialist. We don't choose to publish articles that argue with these principles. However, within them, there's lots of room for debate, and we encourage rigorous discussion. Cy Gonick, editor and founder of Canadian Dimension magazine, mentioned throughout the interview. Employee values and principles versus industry values. In conclusion, the employee values and principles of online publications depend on the company's mandates.
Suggestions for journalism education at Kwantlen. The journalism department has done well to adapt to the constant changing technologies, such as the internet. The internet is an essential asset when it comes to gaining knowledge and communicating with the world. The department seeks to inform its students of these changes by constantly addressing world media advancements.
Kwantlen offers courses in online publishing. However, it is only offered to third-year journalism students. The courses do not appear to focus on industry ethics.
Propose that Kwantlen should offer an online publications course for first-year students so that they can be introduced earlier to this medium. Because right now, online publications is the easiest way to reach mass audiences. Also, to prepare students for the realities of journalism today, in which they could just as easily be working for an online publication, they need to be exposed to these skill sets while at Kwantlen.